I want to go through a couple of variations on this earlier example where we wrote all these functions to process characters. So I've rearranged the code from the earlier example. And here at the beginning of the file, we have the isLetter function, which returns 1 if we're looking at either an uppercase letter or a lowercase letter. Then I've got is uppercase, then I've got is lowercase. We saw in the previous version of this, the isLetter function was down in the middle of the file, and we were able to write the isLetter function by using is uppercase and is lowercase. So what I want to do is show that we could also rearrange things and write, for example, the is lowercase function using the other two. So when is a letter lowercase? I think a letter is lowercase if it is a letter and it is not uppercase. So let's see, lowercase letters. Well, let's see, is a letter not uppercase? And actually, maybe we should say here, and. It is a letter, and it is not an uppercase letter. We might notice that we already have code to test both of those conditions separately. So in fact, I could rewrite my is lowercase function to be, well, let's see, it's lowercase if it is a letter, and if it is not an uppercase letter. And we'll notice here I am using my logical and to join together two things. I'm asking, is it a letter? Then I'm asking, is it uppercase? And I'm flipping that around. I want to ask if it is not uppercase. And so I use my logical not operator for that. So we'll try running this. And I want to simplify it a little bit further. Okay, so we'll type hello world. There's that weird uppercase O like I keep putting in. And we can see that D is lowercase and not uppercase. L is not uppercase and is lowercase. Let's go find W and O. O is uppercase and not lowercase, so is W. And here we have a character that isn't a letter. It's not a letter, it's not uppercase, and it's not lowercase. So I was able to define the is lowercase function only in terms of the other two by using my logical operators, logical and logical not. Now, one simplification I want to point out is that what I'm doing here is I'm asking the question, is this a letter and not uppercase? And if the answer is yes, then I return 1. But I might observe, wait a minute, the result of this expression is either going to be 1 or 0 anyway. If the answer to this whole compound expression is yes, then the result is 1. So why do I even need the if statement? I could just write this. And we'll get rid of the if statement. Now, whether to do this or not is, as usual, a matter of personal taste. If you would rather have an if statement there, then use an if statement. But be aware that we don't need an if statement to ask yes or no questions. We can always just ask them in expressions and use the result there, especially if we're writing functions whose job it is to themselves answer a yes or no question. So we'll try this. We can see, let's see, not uppercase is lowercase, is a letter. Let's take a look at capital W, is uppercase, not lowercase. And so we're getting the same answer. We have it in a more concise form, though.